how you do anything is how you do everything. And one of the things I talk to y'all about a lot on here is, I can see that I was eating snacks. I talk a lot about doing your own projects. I've made tons of videos in which I tell y'all makeup projects, do this, that, and the third, or whatever. And so right now I just kind of want to show y'all a little behind the scenes of a project that I'm working on. This is a personal project that I'll eventually kind of share with you guys later down the line. But I am making a project plan, a project schedule, or whatever. And I'm going to show the screen, but let me hide this column so y'all don't see it. You really have to play around with stuff in order to get better at stuff. So just a little bit about this without divulging too much. I'm working on a project, a personal project, and I'm giving myself 4 weeks to finish it. There are so many parts to this project that I've been using AI, specifically Claude AI, to kind of help me figure out like, okay, what are all the things that I need to do? And with AI and then with my own brain also, I'm like, okay, I have a list of the different things. Let me create a schedule for this so I can track it, right? Now, I love me a good spreadsheet, y'all. Okay? And I'll eventually want to like probably take a couple like Excel classes and stuff, but even without that, I can still make a very functional spreadsheet on Google Sheets with the assistance of AI. The issue that I think a lot of people have is you need to use problem solving and critical thinking skills in order to make an effective spreadsheet. And the reason I say that is because you need to figure out what it is that you need and then go get the assistance from AI to do it. So for example, here's the schedule. I don't really care about any of these other rows because I'm probably doing all of it anyways, but these rows or these columns matter to me, okay? And I'm going to tell you what each of them do, and I'm going to show you the formula on the back end of each of these. So duration. Duration is how long is it going to take to complete these tasks, right? Now, this duration is based off of these dates. So when you input these start and end dates, this should auto-populate. This is the formula that's in here. Did I know this formula? No. But I knew what I wanted it to do. So I went to Claude and asked it, how do I do this? And before these numbers were here, it actually had this here, XX days. That's why that's there. Now, it's pretty much telling it, hey, when this information is populated, you should be able to automatically calculate this, right? So if this, then this, if then statements. All right, boom. Now, the next thing that I needed was predecessors. So predecessors are pretty much, you see them in traditional waterfall type of projects where they tell you what needs to be done in order for the next thing to be done. And so as you can see here, it tells you like, okay, in order for us to do whatever task is row 5, whatever was row 4 needed to be done. And so look at the formula. This formula is here. Did I know what this formula was? No. Did I know how to figure this out? No. I just knew what I wanted. I wanted this to talk. Okay, I wanted it to talk. And the reason why it has these specific numbers is because in the column that I'm hiding, these numbers are there with their specific task. And I wanted it to just show me the numbers. Okay, so, and then lastly, we have completion, right? So this, right, down here is where you will find out the project status. Like, okay, so what is the % complete of this entire project? But in these shaded areas, these are different phases, different milestones within the project, and I need these to be populated. So here, there's no formula, but in the shaded area, there is, right? And so what happens is if I put this is 10% complete, this is 100% complete, this is 100% complete, This is 50%. And mind you, this shouldn't be like this. But you see how this average is changing? This is 24%. If we go all the way down to the bottom, the project is only 4% complete. Like this entire project is only 4% complete. And this phase is only 24% complete. Now, if all of this is 100%, now the project is 17% complete. Now, this is a basic formula, but after inputting what was in my brain to problem solve this, Claude was able to help me figure out what formula I needed to put here. And then when we get down here, what's the formula that I need to put to get the total percent? And that's just the average of all those main phases, right? Now, some other stuff that I wish I could add is, probably when it's 100%, this whole row goes green. Or if we're behind schedule, then the whole row goes red, okay? Now, there's a few reasons as to why I even shared this. One is in the interviews, especially when I'm interviewing with my specific hiring manager, like a person that I'm working with all the time, I need to know if you guys already have this templatized. Because if it's tasked for me to develop this from the ground up, this takes time to build out the back end of these templates. And mind you, this is just me using Google Sheets. There's other platforms that kind of have stuff already pre-made. And I think Google Sheets kind of started having some pre-populated stuff now, but it takes time to build out, right? This is why when you're in an interview, you need to figure out am I going to be building something out like this from scratch, or do you guys already have it and then I just drag and drop? This is an example of oh, y'all want me to start the game? Yeah, I gotta get, extra money. Or if you're at the company and you're tasked with doing this, this is like a mini project and I need you to track this and then let people know that this was a project that you completed, so that now, your name is known as the person that is good at this. Every company I've gone to, they always tell you who's the resident expert of whatever stuff they have going on, because that person has let it be known that I like this is my jam or whatever. Another reason why I share this is because you can be doing projects. You can take the different things that's going on in your life and you can practice so you can get better, right? This is a very basic project that I'm doing, that I am doing the most with, so I can continue to exercise those project planning, project scheduling muscles. And so I have a template of this in my Etsy shop that's available for sale. Obviously, you have to customize the stuff. I go in and update the template every time I learn something new that I want to add. But highly recommend that you guys take whatever software it is and play with it. I keep recommending to y'all Trello, Asana, there's ClickUp, there's Write, there's Smartsheets. All these different places have free trials you can use. Google Sheets is free. As long as you got a Google account, you have access to this. If you can do it in Google Sheets, you can do it on any platform. You get what I'm saying? And you just gotta force yourself to think a little harder, a little more, and then express yourself using some type of software like AI. If you really don't know, how do I do this, right? Get to those blocks and then use it to kind of help you pass those blocks. Because like I said, I know spreadsheets, I love spreadsheets, but I also know how to find the answer to what I'm looking for. I know how to build out what I need because I know how to ask for help to get what I need, if that makes sense. Anyways, this turned into something way longer than it needed to be, but just wanted to share that. And like I said, you can go into my Etsy shop where I have a template for that. And I'll eventually show you what this plan was for down the line.